And we're recording.
Alrighty, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Panthers Answer Podcast, Episode 2. Unfortunately, Carolina Tommy cannot be with us today due to personal reasons right now. But I am 1/3 of our host, Trash Can Parker, and we got
AKA Jonathan Bray, nickname Showtime. And that Panthers Answer podcast, baby. Let's get this thing rolling.
so
So,
today
the
is
topic
episode
for
2.
today is
Just talking. Just just
so,
just talking.
with the draft around the corner, how do you feel? How do you feel about us getting either Jalen Walker or I'm gonna throw it out there, Ted out of Arizona? How do you feel about that number 8 pick and why?
The way I feel is personally, from a personal standpoint, I would like to get Jalen Walker more specifically than Tech for the sole reason is that our offense can do good. Yes, we have to get Bryce a true wide receiver one, but I think we could still do that during the offseason, especially before the season starts, even if it's trading for someone. But we
Yeah.
got to have we got to have an immediate presence coming off that edge. Yeah, we got Tershawn Wharton, but he could only do so much, and we got to really pair someone up next to DJ Wonnum. And it's got to be someone that can make an immediate impact, whether it's Jalen Walker, whether it's Mike Green, whether it's uh, Mikael Williams, just someone that knows how to make an immediate impact so our defense can get to where it needs to be.
I mean, me personally, I would love, to be honest with you, I would love to get Starks, that star corner out of Georgia. Because just imagine adding him to the depth behind Mike Jackson and JC Horn. Him learning from JC Horn will just make him better. So if we drafted him at number 8, or if we can get him in the second round, I'd be happy either way because with more secondary players we get, the better off our secondary will be from years to come.
Yeah.
And
Um.
we're going to stop the deep passing game and everything.
Speaking of corners, if we're talking about immediate impacts at number 8, what about I think his name's Will Johnson, corner out of Michigan?
Michigan, okay, him, dude, from like his freshman year all the way through, he has been a lockdown machine. He has not had but one touchdown his whole college career. One. That's against
Yeah.
Ohio State. I
Now, how
mean,
would you
get
feel about
him.
us
If we get
drafting
him,
him?
I'd be happy for it because adding more corner lockdown like him with JC Horn and Mike Jackson, I'm all
Now,
for it. The more
and
we love this defense, the better off we'll be.
how would you feel about moving Mike Jackson to the 3 and moving Will to the 2 if we were to do that?
I say do it because two lockdown corners on the outside, and you got a lockdown corner on the inside for the slot. I think our second, and then adding a secondary to it, if we get Blackman out of Indianapolis, I mean, our secondary would be elite secondary for this.
Nah, I think that duo with
But
Julian Blackman and Trayvon Moehrig going to go crazy if we were to get Julian Blackman.
yeah, he ain't right at that. But you got to think our secondary has been getting killed for the last, good Lord Almighty knows how long.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has been tortured to be a Panthers fan the last couple of years. It's been torture.
8 or 9, going on 9 now, right? 9 to be exact, actually.
Yeah, it's going. It's good. Yeah, it's going on, and it's been torture. We are ready for a winning season to turn this thing around.
For
Like,
sure, for sure. Hold on, let me get this
I
thing plugged
mean,
up.
yeah, you need to get that thing straight up, bud. This is going on YouTube, by the way. The full episode is going on YouTube. I don't know if you saw the first one, but this is going on YouTube as well. Just an FYI.
Yeah, and for
But
any Panthers Answer podcast fans that was wondering where I was, because we're all in this together. I was working that day,
yeah,
and
he was
but
so
what was I gonna say? Let's switch the topic up a little bit. Let's switch to the offensive side of the ball. Now that we talked about how we feel about the
my
draft,
favorite my favorite side of the ball. I love the offense side of the ball. Okay, so with Ian Thomas gone, thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad. Hallelujah. 4 years he did nothing. Tommy Tremble, Javante Sanders, Adam Thielen, Ogre, Chubba
yeah.
Hubba,
Oh, speaking of Chuba,
Rico
um,
Dowdle,
oh,
Rico
Dowdle's
freaking
gonna be a
Dowdle,
dog.
baby.
Dowdle's gonna be a dog
Boy, that was a good sign.
for sure.
I'm telling you.
And not to mention though, Dowdle actually, little fun fact, he didn't
He's from
fully
Gaffney,
start
South
start.
Carolina.
Well, yeah, but he also didn't fully start till almost halfway through the season last year, and he still had over 1,000. That's crazy
Yeah, I know. He was right there, freaking Chubba Hubba.
for sure.
I mean, hey, d-
Go ahead.
um, I mean, dude, with all the weapons that Bryce Young has for this coming season, if we just get one more receiver, Amari Cooper, to come in to teach the young guys to, you know, help him out, help Leggett be able to catch the freaking passes. Because that's what killed us last year. When he dropped a game winning touchdown against Philly.
That broke
Against
my heart.
Philly. That broke my heart that whole day. I quit watching
Dude.
football the rest of that day because of that.
But
God,
that
yeah.
just sums up the way our season looked.
Yeah. I mean, our season went up from there. And they went straight down. They went right back up. We ended season to 5-12, went on a good note, beat Atlanta, kicked them out of the playoffs,
Hmm.
kicked Arizona out of the playoffs. I mean, dude, I think this year it's going. I got us going 9-8. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got us going 9-8. Yeah,
Realistically,
bring
I
it.
got us going 10-7.
And let me guess, tie with Tampa.
Tie with Tampa, sweep New Orleans, and actually tie with Atlanta.
No, we're gonna sweep Atlanta because Michael Penix is not the answer for a
Yeah,
QB
but
problem. I'm gonna tell
yeah,
you
but
that
our
man is not that great.
but if I'm being
He has
realistic
one
though,
good game
our
and
D
everybody
line.
gives him praise. Like he's not the, you know,
Well, yeah, but granted
Parker.
though, he was a rookie. I've always said to never overrate rookies, no matter what. Um, but granted though, if anyone on our D line, especially Derek Brown or even now Bobby Brown, gets hurt, uh, Bijan could sadly run straight through us. But speaking of running backs, um, I was scrolling through social media this morning, and I ran into a comment that said Alvin Kamara was better than Chuba Hubbard this year, and I'm
Mm,
just like, why? He's like, he has more scrimmage yards. Scrimmage yards doesn't make a pure running back. Okay, Alvin Kamara has never had a 1,000 yard rushing season yet in his career, and he probably won't at the rate that he's going. Um, But in terms of being a pure running back, Chuba's better, and I explained it to him. But I just thought that was a weird comment to scroll up upon.
yo, what happened?
What happened with what?
Or like he disappeared for a little bit, like 2 minutes,
Do I have to explain what I just said again?
pretty much.
Okay. I was scrolling through social media this morning, and I ran through a comment that said Alvin Kamara was better than Chuba Hubbard this year. I asked him why. He's like, because he had more scrimmage yards. He's had 1,500 yards. Okay, Chuba has never been a receiving back, but yet he still had like over 1,100 yards rushing. And having scrimmage yards doesn't make you a better running back than what a running back would average if he was just a pure running back without scrimmage yards or without
Yeah.
receiving yards. Chuba Hubbard is a better pure back right now than Alvin Kamara is.
I mean, you're not wrong with Alvin Kamara. He's pretty much washed up. Like he's not like he used to be when he first came to the league. But I mean, what? Okay, we need to go back to the we need to go back to the Panthers. Like we're not
Yeah,
talking about
but
Saints or Falcons.
oh
We're going
no,
back to
no, see,
Carolina.
no, see, we're I'm just comparing between Chuba and
Yeah,
Kamara on why Chuba's better,
yeah, yeah.
and he's always
I mean,
going
a
to
thousand
be
percent.
better.
Too, but I
Um,
mean, people can argue this all day. Cuba is better in open field than Bijan Robinson. I
and
mean,
also, something we should talk to Tommy about too. I think it would be cool to talk about rival things, considering we know someone that's you know who.
yeah,
And also, there's plenty of probably Saints, Falcons, and Bucks fans that are going to come across our videos one day and try to start some stuff, you know?
yeah. I already know you ain't got to tell me. I
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
Trust me. I
So I'm just
already
clearing
know.
the
We
air.
ain't,
So I'm just
yeah,
clearing the air about the whole Cuba thing.
but okay. So how do you feel about Coker on his second season coming up? How you think gonna be? I mean, dude.
Uh, I feel like he could still be really productive, as I said, like at the start of this, especially if we bring in a true wide receiver for one. It brings more attention to that wide receiver one and less off of Jalen Coker. So it would give Jalen Coker more of a chance to thrive.
Yeah. Well, you keep freezing up on my end.
You ain't. I mean,
Freezing
you're
up,
freezing up on
glitching,
mine, but I'm just
froze
here.
again. I'm just here too. Um, I mean, all in all, it's gonna be a season to really never forget of how we're gonna be this year because I'm actually pretty stoked for this coming season.
For
I'm not
sure,
even
man.
gonna lie. Like I've never been excited for a season than I was back in 2015.
For me, it was 2017 because we were still pretty good in 2017. But that wild card loss just kind of broke.
Until Sam Darnold choked against the daggum Bucks, and then the Saints put us out. Yeah, I know.
That too, but I'm more talking about 2017 in that wild card game against the Saints where Cam Newton had that intentional grounding call that shouldn't have been called.
Yeah,
That
you're right.
that broke my heart.
Oh, bro, mine too.
Speaking
You ain't the only
of,
one. I cried
huh?
like a.
Do what?
Hmm?
You said you what? You cried?
1,000%, yeah, because that was a playoff game. Who wouldn't cry that game?
Yeah, true. I
I
remember
mean,
that day too. I was
exactly.
nervous.
Like I cried when we lost the Super Bowl. Hello.
um,
I mean, when you lose the Super Bowl, you're gonna cry.
speaking of Cam, this is just a Panthers question in general. How do you feel personally about half of the Panthers organization, especially fans, disrespecting Cam?
Huh? Well, you want to repeat that again? You was cutting in and out bad.
Okay, so how do you feel about the half of the Panthers organization, especially the fan base, disrespecting Cam Newton the way they do?
Okay, my honest opinion. Um, The one thing that I'm still stuck on is when Cam went on his podcast and said that before when he got drafted in 2011, he went to a locker room with a bunch of losers. And I mean, he flat out said for everybody, the players, coaches, owner, you name it, he said it. Okay, one, like the reason why we let him go is because he was not producing like he used to when he was first there. And then we bring him back for like not even 2 or 3 games. Still didn't do the way we thought he was going to do. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think he really deserves to be in the Panthers Hall of Fame or anything like that because I mean he disrespected the whole organization. So he really don't deserve it.
Granted, though, people
But
gotta try to also look at it
that's just
right
my
on.
question. That's just me.
Yeah, but people also have to look at it right on the bright side too. Is that he probably didn't intentionally mean it like that. Because granted, though, Carolina before that season was 2-14, and when we drafted Cam, he got drafted to a 2-14 team and players with a non-winning mentality. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, the only players on that team who had a winning mentality was Jonathan Stewart, Steve Smith, and I believe John Beeson was still on that team in 2010. But granted, though, they weren't they they weren't aggressive like how we usually know them. And if you're 2-14 picking number one, you're
Oh yeah.
gonna go quote unquote into a locker room full of quote losers.
I mean, yeah, you ain't wrong about that, but still, like you led us to the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden you like choke the biggest game of the season when knowing daggone well we could have easily won that Super Bowl game. Easily. Jericho contra catch was a catch, but they ruled
Oh
it
yeah, for
incomplete
sure.
just for Peyton Manning. And that peed off a lot of Panthers fans. Let me tell you, they wasn't happy. No, I wasn't happy.
Mm. About that Super Bowl, the thing that really irritated me was the fact that yeah, a lot of the game was on Cam, but if you look a little bit outside of the Cam thing and how Von Miller was being so dominant against him, Mike Remmers, man, Mike Remmers, the guard, he was
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
not guard,
he was terrible.
tackle.
He was
No,
tackle.
it was he just let Von slip through his fingers like it was nothing.
And DeMarcus Ware on the other end. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's
Number
just
94.
uh, that was one of the sole reasons. Because a lot of people are quick to define Cam Newton as the guy who choked the Super Bowl. The way I see Cam is he helped that roster aggressively to a 15-1 record. Keep in mind, without their wide receiver one, you remember who their wide receiver one was that was supposed to go into that year, right?
Who was it? I think it was Kelvin Benjamin, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And
Oh yeah,
but
and then he started that crap and
no,
they got
actually,
booed him.
he sat out that year because he tore his ACL. Um,
Oh yeah.
and we didn't have him the whole year. But as soon as we reached that, it's just crazy to me how people overlook Cam Newton's experience just based off what he says and based off his performance right in the Super Bowl,
I mean,
as
yeah,
if
you're
some of
not
these
wrong
other
about that,
players.
but well, we got some breaking news. Stephon Diggs just signed with the Patriots.
No, we did not. Really? Like just now?
Hello.
Just now? Can you hear
Phil
me?
Parker. Yeah,
Bro,
I
I
can
think
hear
your
you.
thing's
Good
messing
Lord
up.
Almighty.
I think your thing's
Think you're
messing up a
cutting
little
in and
bit.
out bad. It's gotta be your Wi-Fi, because I'm fine on mine.
I'm fine on mine.
But yes, the
Everything's
Farm
working.
Digs just signed with the Dagon Patriots.
Like just now?
Now we can go get Amari Cooper.
Do you think we're gonna get him?
Huh?
Do you think we're gonna get him?
I mean, I hope so, to be honest with you, because him coming in to help out with Coker and Leggett and to help Thielen out, it'd be that'd be a nasty offense. Once they can get his stuff together, that offense is going to be a problem in the NFC South. A big, big problem.
Oh yeah, for
Because Bryce
sure.
Young, the visor, spin around no look Curry Teddy pass. Visor
That still
Bryce
plays
is
in my head.
back. And he done said he's wearing a dead blame visor the whole season, buddy. You best believe he about to ball out. I hope he does.
I really think he will. He's
Yes, yes,
literally
completely.
the. Can you hear me?
Dog. I can hear you, but I'm looking at a frozen picture.
Hold on.
Lord.
How about now?
Yeah, now I can see
Okay. So, um, I really do think Bryce Young will ball out.
Oh,
Because
100%.
because the fact that he got benched, it was good for him to get benched. Not only to sit behind Andy Dalton and learn a little bit, but he got rushed into a situation that was never good in the first place. But now that he got benched, coming back, it helped him mentally progress, mentally be ready for it. And he has shown progress ever since then. And every week since him being benched has gotten better.
Exactly. But I mean, you know, hey, don't forget to pick your favorite scenes on here and post it on TikTok and IG.
I gotta look and see how to do that. If anything, Tommy can just log in and do all that.
Yeah, we might let him do that. By Tommy, do your thing, bud. You edit, send me the clips, and I'll post them on IG. But
Gotcha.
so how do you rate the free agency signings that we've done this all season?
Well, I'm gonna start with Trayvon Morig. Um, I'm giving that one a B plus. Just cause people are, um, and I'm gonna switch this up a tiny bit. Vegas fans are optimistic about him because they're saying that he's not that good in pass coverage, but he's an elite run stopper, which is what we need. We need an elite run stopper, but we also need a safety that's elite in pass coverage. Um, and so I'm just going by based off what I hear right now. So I'm gonna give that one a B plus solely because that he is dominant on the run stopping portion. Um, Tershawn Wharton, Chiefs leading sack leader for the regular season and playoffs. And I think was their most dominant player in the Super Bowl too. Uh, I'm glad he
Well,
decided
yo, he
to.
keeps cut. I don't know.
What is going on?
That's what I'm saying. You keep cutting it out, then you just be
It can't be my
lost.
Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is not doing anything wrong right now.
I don't know because you're cutting it out pretty bad on my side.
I mean, you're doing the same on mine, but it's all right.
Yeah, well,
All right.
so my favorite signing, I'm gonna be honest with you, Rico Dowdle, baby.
Oh
Just,
yeah,
it's
that Dowdle
just
one.
the way the man runs the ball. Dude, that was a, and to my in my eyes, that was an A-minus on that one. But overall, it was an A-minus for the whole signing because he loaded that D line. So we're definitely gonna be a run first stop defense. Cause it's gonna be meet the Browns, baby. Bobby Brown, Derek Brown, meet the Browns, cause they're coming. That's all I'm saying. Bobby Brown, Derek Brown, they're coming, baby. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
That
Meet number
is
95, 94. He coming for you, baby.
um uh it's just
Well, I'm fine. I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of other signings too. Um what about the signing to David, the like the little things, the re-signing of David
Say,
Moore?
oh yes, David Moore. How about him? And we re-signed Chastain, M.A.'s. I don't
Uh,
understand why in the world they re-signed Nick Scott because he
special
didn't really do that much for us last year. I mean,
he he was great on special teams though. That's one main reason.
that's pretty much it. It was just special teams. That was it.
Yeah.
All right, move. Like go side to side. No, you're froze on my end. Completely froze.
Am I moving? Am I moving?
No, dude, you might have to go somewhere else probably. Because
Uh,
you're glitching pretty bad.
let's try this. I'm gonna go completely out here. How about now?
Um, no. Okay. I see you now. Try to start talking. Okay. Yeah.
Is
I
it
think
better?
it's your Wi-Fi.
It can't be. I'm right next to the router. Hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
How about now?
I can hear you, but I just can't see you.
How can you not
I
see
can
me? What
actually
is
see you.
going on?
Now I can see you. Now I can see you.
Am
Okay,
I
we're
moving?
good. Stay right there. Yes. Stay right there. Do not move.
I'm gonna try not
But
to.
you got a good signal. But yeah, I think we got a draft coming in like 3 weeks. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be phenomenal.
3 weeks
If
already.
we can get, dude, like next week's April, bud.
Oh
I know
yeah.
time's flying. Zoom. And my
For all you
birthday is
Pan
on the day of day one of NFL draft.
Yeah, for all you Panther fans that are over 18 that's watching in right now or going to be watching in, make sure y'all do y'all's taxes.
Yes. Make sure you do your taxes. Because if you don't, buddy, it's gonna be bad. But yeah. First day of NFL draft is my birthday. That's gonna be phenomenal. I'm gonna have a great day that day.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Where is the
that is
draft this
awesome.
year again?
It's gonna be in Green Bay,
Oh yeah, Wisconsin. Why is it
Bay,
gotta be so
Wisconsin.
cold?
I wish it was in Charlotte for one good year. I'd go to it. I really would.
Same.
Dude. Oh yeah, no heartbeat. Me and Tommy done said if we win a Super Bowl this year, I am calling out of work for a week and camping out until they come out with the Super
Like,
Bowl parade. I'm
wait, is
telling you,
Tommy watching right now?
if Carolina wins to, I don't know. That's the thing. I have no idea. I don't think you can till it get posted on YouTube.
Yeah, probably.
But
Uh long story short, this draft is just going to be amazing. I truly believe Dan Morgan will cook again in this draft.
dude, he surprised
And,
everybody with the signs he did his freaking free agency. What you mean? Because last year
dude,
we didn't get nobody this good.
I mean, last year we had
You
some
talking about he went cooking?
people.
He went cooking,
I mean, because last year we got Mike Jackson because of
but
Dan
not what we
Morgan.
got this year in the freaking in the free agency though.
Oh yeah, for sure. But last year we
Nah, he
also
made a
got
trade
David
for that.
Moore. And you know what really surprised me though?
I mean, yeah, those were the only two really good signs we had. What?
The David Moore. David Moore. When Leggett was having trouble with his quote catching, David Moore has scored on some of the best corners
Oh
in the
yeah,
league.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like he scored on Trent McDuffie, dude.
That's very true.
Uh, Speaking of
But
Xavier, how do you think he'll do?
and to be honest with you, I really do hope he has a really, really great year this year and learns. Hopefully, he can catch the deep ball. Lord, he can catch everything else. I mean, he can catch squirrels and raccoons, but you gotta catch the football. Squirrels and raccoons not get thrown in midair during a live game. You gotta catch the ball. Like, if he can do that, he'll have a great year. But
For sure.
he's gotta work on his catching.
Now, question: who do you think has a higher ceiling, Xavier
But
Leggett or Jalen Coker?
I'm gonna have to go with Jalen Coker.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because Jalen Coker last year shocked everybody as an undrafted free agent out of Holy Cross. Came in, balled out.
Hmm.
I got a good feeling that this coming season he's gonna do the same thing. Keep his head down, grind. He's gonna get better and better and better every single week. But
Good answer.
yeah. So, um, you got anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Uh, um, First and foremost, y'all, sorry for the technical difficulties that have appeared throughout this podcast episode. I assure you, it will not happen in episode 3. Um, but I will say, um, for the prediction record this year, if all things go right within this draft, as of right now, I feel like ceiling is 10-7, floor is 6-12, or 6-11, 6-11. My bad. Yeah. Um, but um, but the record will solely depend on how we start out the season this time. We got to start out strong. We have to.
Oh yeah, we do. For sure. But well, that concludes episode 2 of the Panthers Answer podcast. Y'all like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Share it. Tell all you Panthers fans about it. Saints fans know, Falcons fans know, Bucks fans, you're more than welcome. to like and subscribe our podcast. Go on TikTok, like our podcast. I
Actually,
mean,
hold on,
um,
hold on. I have a couple friends that
all I
are
gotta
saying
say
something.
is, all I gotta say is, episode 3 is going to be, it's gonna be a good one because all 3 of us will be on the, well,
Yes.
episode 3 is just gonna be good. That's all I can say. But
So
that
before we
concludes
wrap it up,
episode 2. Thank y'all for watching, and
and most importantly, keep pounding.
uh, what?
I said, most importantly, keep
Keep pounding,
pounding.
baby. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir.